inside the Niger Delta.
Welcome back. If you're just joining us, it's Inside the Niger Delta, the authentic voice of Nigeria's oil-rich region. Governor Henry Seriake Dickson and his party's candidate in the November 16 governorship election, Senator Doyediri, appears to be the worst critics of the electoral process in Bayelsa State. While Governor Dickson describes David Lyons' victory as daylight robbery, Senator Diri recently produced figures indicating that he actually won the governorship contest. This report, correspondent Chika Aboduzie describes Governor Seriake Dickson's loss as the outcome of his political miscalculation ahead of the elections.
The November 16 governorship election has been lost and won by two contending political parties in Bayelsa State, the All Progressives Congress APC and the People's Democratic Party PDP. While the winning party, APC, continues to bask in the euphoria of victory, the defeated PDP is still sulking over its ouster from power in a contentious struggle for the soul of oil-rich Bayelsa State. The arrowhead of the PDP in Bayelsa State, Governor Henry Seriake Dickson, may have suffered the greatest loss as he continues to lick his wounds from a crushing defeat at the hands of the opposition APC. Like Alexander the Great, who never lost an important battle in his many military campaigns, Seriake Dickson had mastered the art of winning elections. In April 2011, he became the first politician to be re-elected to the National Assembly to represent Sagbama Ekeremo Federal Constituency. Again, he broke record in Bayelsa State to become the first governor to serve 2 terms of 8 years in office. What exactly went wrong this time?
What took place in Bayelsa was not an election. It was a carefully planned, federally executed operation.
Governorship candidate of the PDP, Senator Doyediri, a direct political protege of Governor Dickson, describes the APC victory in the November 16 governorship election as daylight robbery in Bayelsa State.
It is only a shameful and laughable act that the votes in Nembe were even higher than the votes scored in Yenagoa, the capital city, where you have more people. For us, the elections on that date, the 16th of November, particularly the figures that came out therefrom, are a charade and a ruse.
Contrary to claims that PDP lost the November 16 governorship election to electoral fraud, there's enough evidence to suggest that the party's misfortune was actually on account of Dickson's political miscalculations. In preparation for the main election, political parties had the window of primary elections to enable them choose and field the most popular candidates with the requisite political capital to win the governorship contest, which is by no means a tea party. Governor Dickson, rather than take cognizance of this fact, decided to shop for political featherweights to succeed him in office. Despite entreaties from notable founding fathers of the PDP and other national political figures to have experienced and popular politicians like Timi Alaibe fly the party's flag, Governor Dickson stood his ground. The governor's decision to single-handedly pick and install his successor in office became public knowledge after an audio recording was leaked from his meeting with council chairmen and councillors prior to the September 3 governorship primaries.
All the people who collect from there after me, they are begging everybody in the country to come and beg me. They have brought Obasanjo to me. They have brought General Gusau to me. I said, no way. They will come to the convention and fail. And when they fail, I will manage them and tell them, sorry, stay and work with us. The bottom line is that we need a governor from the restoration team.
Clearly, Governor Dickson's target was Timi Alaibe, who he never wanted to succeed him in office. With the tacit support of the leadership of the PDP in Bayelsa State, Seriki Dickson supplanted his loyalists at the Ward Delegates Congress, apparently to snatch victory from Timi Alaibe and other equally formidable politicians in the governorship race. Without conferring with political actors like President Goodluck Jonathan, King A.J. Turner, and other prominent Bayelsans, Seriki Dickson unilaterally produced Senator Doye Diri as governorship candidate of the PDP and Senator Lawrence Erujakbo as his running mate. The governor's calculation was to take the Bayelsa West senatorial slot, which would have been vacant if Lawrence Erujakbo had been elected deputy governor of Bayelsa State. The governor's desire to be the sole kingmaker in Bayelsa politics drove him to stage a coup in the Bayelsa State House of Assembly. The Assembly Speaker, Honorable Tonye Isena, who reportedly refused to resign his position to allow for balance of power in favor of the PDP ahead of the polls, was purportedly impeached with the use of naked violence. Some state-sponsored thugs had on Monday 30th September 2019 stormed the Bayelsa State House of Assembly complex, shooting sporadically and cutting away the mace. As soon as the armed political thugs left the assembly complex, some lawmakers loyal to Governor Dickson purportedly impeached Right Honorable Tonye Isena and elected Monday Obolo of Southern Ijaw constituency to replace him. In the evening of the same day, Governor Dickson had issued a press release congratulating Mr. Monday Obolo on his election as the new Speaker of Bayelsa State. Most Bayelsans do not agree with Governor Dickson and his political allies that the November 16 governorship election was rigged to favor the APC. They rather insist that it was a case of conspiracy against a man trying to play the godfather role in Bayelsa politics.
Leaders are supposed to pay attention and know the complaint of the people and know how to adjust. Instead, they're going from word to word. And that is why even now go to market places, all the women jumping, dancing, streets everywhere, joy all over the world. That's showing that indeed Bayelsa people need a change. And this change is not from man, because it is not easy to topple a sitting PDP state in Bayelsa.
Like Humpty Dumpty, who suffered a great fall from the Great Wall of Colchester, Governor Seriki Dickson is left to his fate as he prepares to vacate Creek Haven by February next year. But if the governor and his allies insist on enforcing their political rights, they have an option to approach the courts, as President Muhammadu Buhari has advised.
Inside the Niger Delta.